Hello.
Good morning, Guadeloupe.
How is Trois-Rivières today?
Good. And you?
We are good. We are good. La traversée is there. Tum tum tum. How is
Yeah,
Paris?
Paris is good, sunny actually today, so it's good.
Oh, Paris is sunny.
Paris
Incredible.
is sunny.
Increíble, tío. All right, all right. Bon, ben, Lorraine, tu vas voir, ça va être intense ce matin. On va revoir leur guide d'interview. Ça va être du sparring. Donc voilà, toi qui aimes bien les sports de combat.
C'est ça.
Voilà, voilà. Non, ça va être cool. Et puis, ben voilà, ils ont déjà bien avancé mercredi. Donc là, on va. Hi, Rachel. Can you hear us, Rachel?
Hello, UAE.
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
How are you?
Good, guys, I just woke up from a nap.
Good
That's
morning.
great. That's great. You told us that this week was kind of difficult with the energy, right?
Yeah. Because I've been off from work, so I've been focusing a lot on on Renans. So all
Mhm.
my energy, I'm waking up and it's just like da, 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 da.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I've tried, I don't know, to do my homework. Anytime you say I expect from you, I'm like, oh snap, oh no
All right. So we'll see that. But yeah, you've done a good work already, so no worries.
Thanks, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. So just as you are here on time, just to say that, yeah, today we'll have to refine the guides with you. So I spent time reviewing it with you,
Okay.
and will help the others to reach this goal too, as the interviews has to start next week,
Okay.
if possible. So that's it. Um, so did it help, like the questions I sent you on Discord?
Yes, it really did. It was really, really good, I must say. It was super
Oh,
helpful.
okay. Okay,
Thank you.
great. So, okay, I will review this. Do you have some particular points to discuss today?
No. I've been able to trial some of the questions,
Mhm.
which like lead to other stuff, which is good. But I think the ones that you gave, especially for the institute, I didn't know what angle to get at. Like it's easy to deal with um the parents and teachers and so on. But
Mhm.
just because I don't have much experience with dealing with institutions, um, that was I'll put my questions to that one.
All right. Pretty nice. It's good. Let's wait for the users for the next 5 minutes, and then we start.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I put in the Discord the link.
Oh yeah, I saw that Elora is and Debbie are online.
Mhm.
Oh, the Zoom link is broken apparently.
Oh, can you?
Oh wait, I have one, Alvin. The one I used this morning. Wait.
Okay. I said that. I think Debbie is on her smartphone. I hope it will be. Okay for this session. Okay. Okay, they're in.
All right.
And
Jessica?
yeah, I will like no news. So I will send their message.
All right. Hello, Ilora. Oh, Ilora. Hi, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing?
Hi. Good, good. And you guys?
Pretty good. Just before Christmas, right?
Yeah, 2 days before Christmas. Oh.
Today we'll go to Chanter Noël.
Whoa, where? In
In
Guadeloupe?
Jarry, Bemao. Yeah.
That's nice.
With our famous band, which name is Cassica.
I'm so jealous, honestly. Are you gonna eat boudin blanc?
There you go.
Out of order.
It's over. It's over. Everything is said.
So the other day, because of the videos, I'm like, oh, I could really eat some sorbet cocoa. Like, I don't understand.
Really.
Great, great. I don't know if Debbie is here already.
Yeah,
No, she's joining.
She might have connection issues. Hey, Debbie, do you hear us?
Debbie, hi, how are you? Hey. If you are talking, your mic is muted.
Oh, yes, thank you. How you guys? Hello.
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 We're good. We're talking about the Christmas mood of today
Oh, yeah.
and the Boudin Blanc mood.
I'm more like a Red Boudin, but it's okay.
Okay. Two teams though. All right. My favorite one is Boudin au Lambi, so I'm sorry, guys.
For me, it's Chateau. Sorry.
Great. So,
We
guys,
all get what we need. So it's fine.
all right. So we still miss Jessica, but I think we start today. So, first of all, congratulations for the improvements made this week. I saw many improvements for you guys, even for those who had like 1 week of delay, and that is really nice. We know that it's pretty intense, so yeah, don't worry. And now we feel that you are on the good race to make it, so that's pretty good. And as for now, it will be a bit more intense again because next week we are supposed to start the interviews. So today we'll have two main goals to reach to make it. The first one is to finish your interview guides, and I think you guys have already started. I hope so. And if not the case, we'll make it this morning. And I give extra time this afternoon during 1 hour if you want some help or review, etc. So this is the first goal. And the second one is to start identifying the people that you will need to interview next week. So we don't ask you to have all your interviews during the week because I think this is not realistic, but at a minimum of 2 or 3 interviews would be great, really nice for next week, because you have to improve your interview guides, you have to test it and to have first feedback, and this is really important for us to have them like next week. So how do you feel with this?
Stress.
Yeah.
Good for me too.
Okay, great. So before all this, we would like you to share just during 2 or 5 minutes where are you in the process, what are your issues, where do you need help, etc. So we'll make a quick roundtable for this. Good for you?
Mhm.
You can
Alvin,
share.
Laurent?
You can share your screen if you need to
Yeah,
show.
of course.
Let me just check that.
So
Enable
Ilora,
screen sharing.
Ilora, do
Starting
you
with
want
me?
to start? Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. So can you allow me to share my screen, please?
I'm checking.
Yeah. Oh, disable participant screen sharing.
Oh, okay. Yes, normally it should be fine now.
Try again. All right, it is. Yeah. Let me know when you can see it.
Yes, it's good.
All right. So mine's on my side. I have seen all the videos regarding the user research. Okay. So I was about to start the interview guide. Okay. But I have some, I would say blockers in a certain way, because at the beginning when I had started the whole exercise, the challenges and stuff like that, I thought that we were supposed to write down assumptions instead of ideas, right? So wait for me, I'll show you on the good screen. You share. Yeah, can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I wrote down like 8 assumptions and ideas, but I started with the assumption, and I wasn't, the example I left in my outline last time, it was this, for example, like people usually get bored after 30 seconds of a serious content, even like really sensible with the subject, right? And then when I started to do the exercise, and I see that is that actually what you meant when you said to identify, and to define all of those words we're using to express ourselves, right? It was more like something like an idea, right? I don't know, for example, this is an idea, like the last one. An interactive content to steer interview or shows direction. Like you decide the course of the show, interview, whatever the content, that US media can suggest, can provide, and then you decide where the turns are, So that's an idea, for example. I don't know if you, technology speaking, is feasible, but I understood afterwards that it was more like ideas to share more than assumptions, right?
Actually, both can work, so there is no problem. The main purpose here was really about just making your head free of all the preconceptions that you already have, whether it's ideas or other things, So there is no problem if you wrote down some ideas here, just for you to have it somewhere. And now your brain is ready to absorb other things,
Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So when afterwards I will decide like to choose whether one of the two, right? To get feedback from the users. It's on me to say which one is better for what I need to say, right?
Yeah. We basically recommend the one-to-one interview. In all the cases, I think this is a good source of information. But if you need something else to complete it, you can use another method too. Okay, just the main concern is to bring some information like really factual and qualitative. That's the basics, and one-to-one interviews are a good way to make it. And Alvin, yeah.
And additionally, if you go for the one-to-one interview, you can also do it with your business partner so that they can also be more observing and maybe taking notes while you lead the interview or vice versa, based on, so you can get help with that, basically. And
Okay.
afterwards, it's what you feel comfortable with doing, you know, that's also what fits your I wouldn't say your style necessarily, but what you basically feel comfortable doing.
So, like, based on the approach I want to undertake, right? I would need to build the interview guide like in this direction, right?
Yeah, and
sure.
you have to consider it as a base to discuss with someone else. So you won't have to follow all the questions, but this is just a guide. So you will have maybe key questions that you will be able to highlight. So you know that those questions won't be skipped. And for the rest, it's just about having a discussion with someone and gathering the maximum of information.
For the one-to-one interview, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And this can work also for the observation, the in-situ observation. So the same way, not the same questions, but the same way. So you have a guide and you can split, you know, like I want to observe this and this and this, like an observation grid. So how do they use their mobile, for example? How do they scroll? How do they do this, or this, or this? So this is another way to make it. But this is a bit more specific. So yeah, if you want absolutely to do this, we can help you to make it too.
Because I was thinking more about question the audience on the different platforms like Twitter or Instagram, Facebook as well. And you propose a Google form or any kind of form. Not sure about the platform yet, but yeah, and ask question about their pan-Caribbean experience or their US experience, you know. So
yeah, that's a good
That's
idea.
a guerrilla format,
something, yeah, and ask maybe something different for the partners and members.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good
approach, right?
Yeah, this is a good approach. You have to use both, like it's a complementary approach. So for your stakeholders, the interview guides like really guided, by the way, and a kind of survey, master survey for the audience. And yeah, I think it's a good idea, and I think you can probably start it quicker for the audience. So this is a good news for next week.
That's for next week. Yeah, plan. And I wanted to show you something as well that I did. It was long time ago, but actually it works very good. But it was so awful to put that in place. I'll show you. Where is that?
Rachel and Debbie, you can also interact if you want. There is no problem if you have questions or ideas.
All right, thank you. I'm observing more.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to make sure that we can take 2 more minutes and then we'll switch to the next person.
Yeah, just wanted to share that, for example, and how long the process can be. Sorry, it's in French. But for example, those are all the people that will, directly or indirectly, working for USC at the time. And it was that one by one, interview. So I had questions, and I asked them, taking results just here, and it was taking literally like 1 month to get all the answers. And I think that I had at the time like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, 11, 12. No, you see, maybe 15 people around there. Yeah. So yeah, that's something. But it was very helpful actually. So if people want to do it takes like hell of the time, but it's very helpful because they just speak freely, there is only you and the person, and you give you right insight after, if you know.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
Wow,
it's
Okay,
that's
good to
really
share
great.
that with you. Mm,
Great. You already have data, and that's pretty nice. So yeah,
yeah,
super nice. So today,
So,
let's focus on the thing that you will the survey, sorry, that you will send to your audience, I think.
yeah, yeah,
And this will be a good exercise just to refine the way that you ask questions, for example. So you will be able to
yeah,
duplicate it for the more specific interview guides.
yeah,
Great. All
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Edora. We'll move on the round table, and then we'll split after on the separate rooms just to make reviews, etc. Good. So Rachel, maybe let's go.
Can I ask you, Arno, could you share my Miro space for me, please? Because I don't have
Yeah, I think I can do that.
the.
Give me one
I would have to
sec.
quit Zoom and come back in to give it permission on the laptop to.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah, give me 1 second and I will do this. I'm just lost between my screens. Okay, I think it's okay. Google Chrome, great. And hopefully you can see my screen now.
yeah.
And Rachel's board here. Okay.
Hello, Jessica, by the way.
Hi,
I'm
Jessica.
sorry.
Rachel, tell me.
Okay, let's go.
I feel like Alvin said something. No.
Yeah, I just said hi, Jessica.
Oh.
Just right.
I
No
just.
worries.
So yes, I'm at the stage where I'm completing the questions in the interview guide for the different users.
So here, or do you want me to share your
Yeah, you can share
spreadsheet?
the spreadsheet. That's fine. You can share the
Okay.
spreadsheet. So I've got it in different categories. So for parents, so then parents in the Caribbean, and then Caribbean parents elsewhere. Um, for teachers in the Caribbean and Caribbean teachers elsewhere, and then questions for institutions.
Okay.
Prioritize um, the people to do research for, as if that it would be a lot of people. So we zoned down on parents, teachers, and institutions, and I struggled with getting questions for the institutions, but Arno helped with that one a lot because I don't know. I'm just like, for me, it's kind of like it makes sense. Give me your money, da da da. But obviously, it needs to make sense, and you have to be sort of mindful of the institutions that you are working with. So these questions I really like. And then the plan then is for each participant, I would then just fill in their answers. Um, but I will record the sessions and then fill in the answers afterwards because yeah, I don't think I'll be able to type in as they're talking. I want to really engage in the one-to-one
Mm-hmm.
things. On a separate note, though, I did create a Google form. So I like when Enora said that as well. I did create one to send out to
Okay.
parents, and especially to
Okay.
send out to the parents who took part in the virtual Renham's Academy when it was running during COVID, to just sort of ask some questions in terms of the subjects. I think based on the
Mhm.
homework that I had, that Arno gave me in terms of what are my must-haves and what would be nice, I think it forced me to get sort of prioritize again what is really, really needed for the project. So with the physical option, as opposed to having, as it currently stands, 8 buildings on a compound and each building is built to function, I sort of scaled it down and said, okay, a must have would be at least one building with 8 blocks so that the 8 blocks can be for the different subject areas and those blocks are built to function. So at least that, because the learning environment is really as important as the content for Renums. So this is the physical option. But then the virtual option, the investment is minimal. It's not that much. It can run easily through Google Classroom. It would need teachers, the Google platform. The main focus would be exam prep. But then I would also love to be able to offer courses where students, especially of Caribbean heritage who live elsewhere, can learn about Caribbean history, Caribbean geography. Even one parent, when I was speaking with her, she actually went to her daughter and asked, "What would you like?" And she said, "I would love to know from someone in the Caribbean how to cook certain food. So to have culinary lessons, for example, would be really nice." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. Do that virtually. Amazing." So those are my must-haves, and then the nice-to-haves would be what other stuff like building out an entire app platform and so on.
All right, great.
Haves is just if the buildings are not built to function, I don't want it, and if the teachers are not trained to Renham's Academy standard, because yeah, I can't. It cannot be a traditional school. There's no way. All of this would be free.
Okay, great. And in the one half, you didn't say that the school can be free. Is it on purpose?
I forgot. It didn't come to mind.
All right.
yeah. Sorry.
Great. So just to recap a bit, so this is the Rachel way to bring her interview guides, to build them, on the spreadsheets, because she's used to that and it's okay for her. But you are not obliged to do it like this. You can also use a simple like a Word document. And here are like splitted interview guides with a common basis. So, for example, here she asks like global question about them, their environment, etc., who you are working with, etc. The last time they interacted with the school, for example, so she asked how was it, etc. And then she enters into more details. So this is one way to make it, just to give you this this view. And if you have time, I think this exercise is really important to the one with the must have, nice to have, and won't have. Just for the prioritization, your mental prioritization. And this is not like a the last step you will do. You will be able to refine it, to change it, etc. But it just for now, just to make it all clear in your head. Good for you. Do you have questions? Nope. All right. So Debbie, thank you, Rachel, for sharing. And Debbie, let's go if you want.
Okay. So I'm trying to share my screen. I'm allowed to. Okay. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So I've been catching up with the rest of the group since last week, I guess, with the ecosystem mainly. That took me a lot of time. It's not even finished, I feel like it's moving all the time. So I'm trying to make it lighter because it was getting really, really big. And from the conversation we had yesterday with Arnaud, I thought about stuff that would make it more fluid, to explain the interactions between the association and the beneficiaries and the partners. So now that this is done, I still have to come up with questions for my interview guide, and I think I'm going to have to make 3 different interview guides for priority priority people that I'm going to have to interview. So among the beneficiaries, for example, in the schools that are mostly related, there is going to be one category that is priority because the funding are often allocated for this type of children. So that would be children from what we call QPV, it's Quartier Prioritaire de la Ville, so very poor places on the territory. So they get more funding from the institutions to develop the skills for those children. So the parents and the school, the parents and the kids, of course, and the schools from those places would be interviewed first, but it's not excluded that I'm going to interview other people, like from other schools and or families around me, for example, because I have friends with children that could answer my questions. So it's not excluded, but since my goal is to get the funding as quick as possible, I'm going to try and focus on that. Then Arnaud, you told me about the school directors. I'm not sure. I have hesitation about this point because the directors will not be my main the person that I will mainly interact with. They would be the teachers, actually. For example, we choose one class and the teacher that takes care of this class will be my, so here I'm probably have, I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? Because the school directors are going to be involved in taking the decision. Are we going to be partners together or not? But they're not going to be interacting with me on a daily basis for the project preparation and everything. So
I think if sorry.
Sorry. It's okay. You can interrupt me.
Okay. So basically, I think if you need approval from the school directors to be able to communicate your message to the youth, you need to understand where they would see the value. What would make them accept to have you on board? And I think that's important then to have them, even though they are not included on a daily basis.
Okay, so that makes one more person too.
And in the teachers interview guides, it's important to add just a quick like 1 or 2 questions about how do they think that it's possible that this project will be accepted by their superior, for example. And this is really important for you to have this strategic view because, as Alvin just said, if you have an amazing project and all the teachers with you and the director doesn't understand because he's afraid about, I don't know, for some reason, you won't have any project with them. So it's really important.
Okay.
And or actually I remember during COVID times I had the opposite experience, which is that the director was hyped by my project, but the teachers were skeptical. So it can also happen the other way around, and the idea is to understand with both what is actually talking to them mostly, actually, what would convert them into getting on board.
Okay. So yeah, basically that's where I am now. So in the same time, it's like I'm building this, well, this frame here, defining the panel with you right now, and yeah, I'm gonna have to work on the questions now. Let's have it. I don't know if you guys have questions. Maybe it's stuff that I should have said and I did not.
I have a question, Debbie, only because I think when we were split, I didn't get to hear about your idea.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you,
So you want to come
got my
back to
attention when you
the
said school. So I'm like, ooh, this is good.
yeah. So to come back to the beginning of the process where we defined how to talk about the projects quickly. So my project is not about building a school. It's an association that would work with schools because the target is the kids, so young people from let's say, college is not like that for you. It's secondary school, no, sixth grade, I think, something like that, sixth grade to less than 30 years old, so young adults. And the aim is to raise the health literacy, so through education projects about health and environmental health and ecological health. So that's the...
And you want to be able to run this, sort of pitch it to schools and they buy into it.
Yes, so what the interaction with schools would be interesting in the sense that we want to develop a relationship with them. For example, one of the projects that I want to implement in schools is a project about mental health. So developing psychosocial skills in mental health means that you have to first learn about emotions, then learn about how to manage them. And it's not like in one session that you can come to, the result that you want. So we would build a series of atelier, how can I say that? A workshop.
Workshops.
A series of workshops that would make them grow into better emotional and emotional management, emotional intelligence, growing their skills like that throughout the year. And the fact that it comes from a demand from a teacher in my among my friends, and she needs herself to build a closer relationship with some of the students that she has, because she feels there is a problem, there is something in their environment that is impairing the results in school, but she doesn't know how to talk about that with them. And the kids also, they are very reticent to talking about emotions, talking about mental health, and whatever. If they feel bad, they will never talk about it. So we need to put that on the table and be able to...
Have you thought about, because I know how schools can be and how much resistance they can give, and like Alvin also said, with regards to, even if leadership are okay, teachers sometimes can struggle. Have you thought about doing things like holiday camps or
Yes.
own sort of like after
Of
school
course.
something?
Alors, of course, actually that's the primary idea that I had,
Okay.
to be, you know, independent from the school institution, but to start with, not being known from the public.
Yeah.
I felt like it would be easier to get the funding in the first place working with them, and also that it would build credibility
Mhm.
for the parents. And then in a second approach, I'm going to, you know, actually, let me explain this a little bit more. The first idea was not at all this one, not at all this association. It's another name that I had for the association, called La Jeunesse Pilote. So La Jeunesse Pilote in English would be youth leaders, maybe. So with the project was an association where children would be allowed to take part in the direction of the association and the building of the project. So this is allowed now in France. It's really fresh that we have the right to have, for example, a 6 years old as an association president. And that really was my dream, to have an association like that. But I realized it's something that you need to build progressively, because there are really a large range of skills that they need to learn before they're able to really act upon that idea. So now the association Santé Résilience is building this ground basis, so that later on we can develop the first project. Did you get it?
Yeah, no, I got it. I definitely got it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So yeah, that's the whole point of doing all this, so that they can be more aware of the rights and what they should be leaders about in terms of health right, and what they should be advocating for.
Yeah. I mean, you can also
Okay.
still use the schools during like holidays as well. So I
Yes,
know sometimes they
absolutely.
can be so concerned about making sure they complete everything, curriculum, exams, etc. So still
Yeah,
partner with
that's a
them
good, thank you.
together.
That's a great idea, because some of the schools, they organize activities during the holidays for
Yeah.
the children who do not have the opportunity to go
Yeah.
elsewhere. So that's a very good idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was
Okay.
my experience growing up.
Thank
I thank you for your question, Rachel. I think it was super relevant. And just for clarity purpose, you can also dive a bit deeper into the one sentence,
Yeah.
because the expected impact and location, for instance, are not yet visible in it, and it will also help.
Okay.
But then today, anyway, it's about finishing the
This.
interview guide.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And then we are going to switch to Jessica now to see her progress. And then after the roundtable, I have a little news for you. So Jessica, are you here?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
Hi. I can share my screen.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how that'll be because I'm. One second. Um, okay. Okay, can people see my screen?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So I'm a little bit, everybody can see, right? I've never
Yeah.
actually shared a screen before. I've always been on the
Yes.
receiving end of Zoom. Everybody's sharing their screen, but I've never shared my screen before. So yeah, I'm a little behind, but I'm also doing the project ecosystem and my project in one sentence. So um, my project ecosystem is kind of in the bare bones. Um, and I got some feedback on Wednesday when I shared that. But basically, just as a reminder, I guess, to start with my project in one sentence. Here we go consulting aims to help businesses and other institutions in Jamaica find creative ways to reduce their waste without sacrificing profit through audits and through action planning to create a just and more sustainable nation. So that's my business. This is a refresher in my one sentence to just kind of get you some context for my ecosystem. So uh, I say business and other institutions because my targets and people and kind of entities that can use my services is very broad. Just for people to have a willingness to change um, and find um, kind of unconventional solutions and just be able to strive to be better sustainably in their business practices. That's the target that I'm aiming for. So it can be in an industry just as long as you're willing to put in the work and to find different ways to um, kind of go beyond traditionally doing business as like um, one that just creates kind of a linear line of waste
Yes.
and have kind of a traditional way of practicing business that is not as sustainably or socially, um, I guess, conscious, I guess. So
I
that's
see.
my
And so,
business.
yeah, you'll be able to
uh,
investigate the different industries during the interview, basically. So it's really good timing.
okay, so yeah, as I said, my ecosystem is quite bare bones. Um, so my, I guess my, I say my services are can be targeted to broad um, amount of targets, but my main ideal target is small businesses, um, and that can be any type of in their development stage, whether they're just starting out or been in businesses for quite a long time. So um, I would say those would be my, I guess, one of my direct users of my
Okay.
services. Um, as going a little further as that is going into the tourism industry, ideally small local hotels, but I can work with the larger chains as well. Um, and uh, going also into, I guess, secondary users, as you're talking about. I'm gonna I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna focus that in my mind as like my, I guess, my tier targeted users that want to that I would that would be willing to contact me to use my services. So large corporates, commercial organizations, um, non-business entities like schools and NGOs. Um, and those will kind of be my secondary users. Um, and for partners, it's very interesting to think about partnership, considering it's just me doing all of this. But I guess if I had to think a little bit more, I guess beyond kind of my immediate kind of um, vision for my business, I would love to target with like angel investors and think tanks and research groups to kind of not only provide kind of the context and the research for waste management and ways and different ideas that businesses are practicing in Jamaica particularly and their issues, but to have angel investors kind of provide capital to help them kind of fund and give them a little bit of breathing room for their sustainability practices. So if they need a little bit more capital for that, ideally, as I said in my sentence, I would help them, businesses and other institutions, find ways to reduce waste without sacrificing profit. But this was just a little bit of an idea that I would love to have if investors can provide a
Jessica,
little bit of funding. Yes.
may I, about the angel investors, are you going to find them like every one of them on your own, or do you intend to maybe get closer to angel investors networks that already exist, and what are your criteria for those type of investors?
So for angel investor, I'm not going to provide, this is just kind of a broad idea, but I would love to just approach investors to kind of create like I guess a framework or kind of a select kind of criteria for businesses to kind of approach them specifically for helping fund sustainability aspects for their businesses, if they want to maintain it or if they want to kind of create this new aspect of their business to reduce their waste. So I wouldn't like create the capital myself.
Yeah,
If
I,
that makes sense.
I think it will come along the way, and only already talking to environmental groups, think tanks, etc. You will get in contact with investors because it's in their direct ecosystem. So
Yeah.
I think that the next step would be to define 2 or 3 from each of the different types of profiles in your network that you in your ecosystem that you just mentioned. So small businesses, large corporate schools, think tanks, etc. So you have a large panel of I would say 8 to 12 people that you can interview, and from there we can build the interview guide that matches these different profiles.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's already good. Like your one sentence is pretty solid, and it will change step by step, but it's already pretty solid.
all right. Thank you. Well, yeah. Anybody have any more questions? That's kind of what I was kind of getting at with my ecosystem. But yeah, yeah, for I guess my targets are in the white sticky notes. Kind of what I'm looking for, my aim for all of these kinds of partners and institutions
Oh, okay.
that I have.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
that
just
would
it just kind of, yes, I would just say it like visually it doesn't, it's kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to I hope I explained it okay.
Yeah, this white stickers, you will be able, once you start linking, making arrows, you will be also able to link their direct actions and influence on the ecosystem basically, and place it there. Okay. So basically, I think we'll be able to split in smaller rooms so that, and then Arno and I will navigate between the rooms so that we can help you more individually. I have 2 announcements to make. So thank you, Jessica. You can stop sharing your screen also. I have two announcements to make. The first announcement is please take your calendar. Because on January 11th, there will be the first masterclass actually release of Giselle Carr. It will be about climate safe strategy in business, basically. She'll be it will be a video course on the 11th of January, and then the week after, on the 18th of January at 10 o'clock AST will be a Q&A session with Giselle. So I'll let you write down. I will add it to Learn Worlds as well. And we'll send you an email to remind you of that. But basically, you'll be able for half an hour to ask questions to Giselle regarding her masterclass that she gave the week prior in video. Yeah.
Okay.
Jessica is happy. Okay, so that's the first announcement. And the second announcement that I would like to make is that so next week, the idea is that this week we finish the interview guides and that next week we start interviewing people. But next week, during the roundtable that we just did, now instead of you presenting your project, it will be somebody else presenting your project. So you will get to present the project of one of the other people here. We won't tell you beforehand which project it will be. Just make sure that you will have 3 minutes basically to share the project of one of the other entrepreneurs. And the idea is that each project gains in clarity, basically, so that you will be other people will be asking you questions, so that you're sure, so that they are sure that they can present your project on your behalf. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So basically, next week roundtable, I will be saying, okay, Debbie, can you present Rachel's project in 3 minutes, for instance, you know? And then you have 3 minutes to do it. Now you have a week to go on Rachel's board, check what she's doing, and ask her questions to help you with that quick presentation. But it's not going to be like a slides, or you don't have to prepare like big time slides. Just you have 3 minutes to speak out and to speak up and share the project of the others. So be prepared this week to ask questions and answer questions from your fellows.
That was a trick.
Yeah.
That was a trick. I mean, oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, that is that you will see, you will really gain clarity. That really helps. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Trolling. And basically, because they will need to give that presentation, you will need to give them really clear information and get really clear information from them. So it serves everybody besides the interview guides. Any questions?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No, sounds
So,
really
and yeah, we
clear.
were very happy to see you interact each other, guys. This is really important because this is part of the way to learn. Basically, this is peer learning. So let's improve this together. And it's 10, so we still have 1 hour to finish the interview guides. to review the questions, etc. And as I said a bit earlier, I'll give an extra hour this afternoon if you want, so you will have time to make some improvements and you will be able to review live or remotely, so there is no problem. And that's it. So let's go. If you are ready, guys, you can go to your no, you can stay here in the Zoom, and we'll go to splitted rooms just to answer your questions, etc. So you will be able to use the hotline channel just to interact for specific questions, etc. Good for you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can continue with your interview guides and just ask us questions in the chat when you are ready to interact with us. Rachel, I think you need a review already. Yes. Okay, I didn't hear you, but I think it's
Oh,
a
you're
yes.
asking me if I need a review. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like no, it's fine.
No?
It's amazing.
Okay.
I'm only saying that because I know if we go to review, I'm gonna have to do more work.
Of course, always, always.
Of course.
Yeah, but okay, I can have a look and put some comments, and yeah, so you will be able to move on. All right,
Okay, yeah, that works. Thanks, Anya.
great. See you in a few minutes, guys.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
yes.
Yeah.
Just figuring out the breakout rooms. I don't see the option. Yeah. Why isn't it there?
Alvin, are you still here?
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes,
here,
I
but
am.
I was about to say that I'm doing. I mean, I'm coming back. Just want to take a coffee.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Tell me, Debbie.
No, it's just are you splitting us?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm checking why the option is not available directly. I'm checking it right now. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully within 5 minutes you'll be in your rooms. Hey everyone. So what we are going to do instead is that because the option is enabled but not for this meeting, I had to do it in front. So what we can do is you can stay here in this Zoom room, but whenever you would like to talk to us directly, we can switch to Discord on the hotline voice channel. On when I will be switching there anytime, and and we can always chat directly in your hotline chat on Discord. So just so you know, let me know if that's clear to you.
No problem.
Okay, awesome. So whoever online I see going on the hotline channel in Discord, we will hoping to answer your questions.
So maybe, if I'm not wrong, I might be at the same type of level with Jessica in terms of building the interview guides.
Mhm.
The other ones are more advanced from what I've seen.
Mhm.
So maybe I could work with Jessica a little bit more.
Okay, we can quickly go and then. Okay, Jessica said she will check a bit more of learn words before to hop in.
Oh yeah.
So what we can do, Debbie, is that we hop in on this call with you, and then Jessica, you will join us a bit later when you watch the videos, and so we'll be making progress on defining your panel and then starting the guide.
Okay.
Okay, see you in a few seconds, and Jessica also see you in a bit. And yeah, Elora, Rachel, just let us know.
So we stay there on the call, and then if we have questions, we ask them on Discord, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. Good.
Yeah. But we will reach out to you anyways. But just if you already have a question, just feel free to ask. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hey Rachel, how are you here? Hi, Rachel. Nope. Okay. So I'll leave her a message. Hey Laura and the others, if you want to review, you can just leave me a message on Discord. Alvin will review it with you, or I still have 1 hour this afternoon to make it. So don't hesitate to tell me, and I'll have to leave in a few minutes. So yeah.
Okay, for now it's fine on my side. If I have any trouble, I'll let you know, guys.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So we are waiting for your message. Great. Do you have a quick question before I leave?
Why do you leave?
Sorry?
No, I was just kidding and saying, why are you leaving?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's
Okay,
a good answer too.
Thank you, Alvin. Great. So see you in the afternoon or yeah, with messages on Discord. Good luck, guys.
Thank
See you.
you. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Debbie, we go back, and then I will hop in with Elora. And Jessica is not here, so I might she might talk later with Arno, I think. Okay, see you in a bit, Elora.
Okay, so yeah.
Laura?
Yes.
Yes. Can we hop in on Discord?
Oh, yes, I can switch.
Yes.
Yeah. I can go there.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.